Testing 1, 2, 3. I hope and pray that this is recording and it's working for me today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I know we are all over the world, and I am grateful for that. I thank you all for being here, my Thrive and Rise with Success. I am happy and excited to be here today. So, as I stated in my last video and message on the community, I'm going to do a little change. I know that I have been doing a lot of empowerment on Wednesdays, but I see that there's a lot of members that have questions and are feeling kind of stuck. And I figured that today, instead of doing an empowerment call, that we would do a Q&A. So if you are not here today, but you watch this later and you do have questions, it is okay for you to either put them in the comments. If you want to reach out to me personally and you want to send me a message through Skool, I will be more than happy to answer your questions. I just want to help you all on wherever it is that you are feeling stuck at. So whether it's the system, a lot of times we get kind of stuck, not realizing that it could be a little bit of our mindset, and it's okay. It's okay, because that's the part of us that's human. So but sometimes it's hard for us to get to that point, to accept and understand that that's where we are at. So if you have just started in the community and you are having system setup and tech issues, it's okay. I am not certified. I am not vetted with BGC, but I will do whatever I can to help you. I'm not afraid to go into system and look around and browse around and see what is wrong with your system. Let me know if that is the problem. If not, if I can't do anything, I do know tech support, and I could direct you to them. But I'd rather you talk to me and not spend if you don't have to. So a lot of questions. So if you go through the spreadsheet that I did put in the community, I did put where do you need help, PDF form. You could either print that out or you could make a copy for yourself, save it into your desktop, and you could edit it and answer the questions in that. So like the first one is, I haven't finished setting up my digital system, whether it's the funnel, the emails, the links, whatever it is, that make sure that that is set up correctly. If you're not getting any leads, if you're not getting any, if your emails are not going out. Some members are confused about how to use system. System could be a little complicated when you first start messing with it. Once you get and understand what it really does, then it will make sense. But it takes you to go through 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't skip a point, because if not, you lose it, and then it could get confusing. Also, Skool, Skool, that is where we do our contact, our communication. Most of it is on that. If you have any questions on that, that is actually, I love Skool, because we get so much information in there, and it's where we connect with most of our members through DGC and us. So if you have any questions on that, also let me know. Any questions on the calendar? We have MyKajabi. MyKajabi is where our website is, and where we will find the step-by-step blueprint. So it is important for you to understand MyKajabi. One thing that I suggest is that read the blueprint. If you're a little confused as of what you are promoting, read the blueprint. And don't feel bad if you have not. It's okay. And it's not, I think that probably 80% of the members have not read the whole blueprint. I don't blame anybody. When we get a policy, who reads the whole policy? I've done insurance my whole life, and I still have not ever read one of the policies for my job. So same thing, whether we get life insurance, whether we get car insurance, homeowners insurance, whatever it is, not everyone reads a policy. Same thing with this. It is important for you to, as someone that's promoting the blueprint, to go into the blueprint and learn it. Not only to know what's in it, but there is so much in there that you could use as content. You will be like, holy moly, because there is everything you need to know. It's in your blueprint. And you could take one sentence at a time and do hooks out of that. So you could actually get so much content from that. So my suggestion would be to, yes, go over your blueprint and learn it. So as far as your payment links, it's also on MyKajabi step by step. If you don't have that set up, if you think that's not working, let me know. You have to check system to make sure that everything is linked in there correctly. And what else? Content creation. If you have issues with content creation, you need to like step back for a minute and take a deep breath. Don't get overwhelmed. When I talk to you, I talk to me. It works for all of us because sometimes we get a little overwhelmed. We do content and we get no leads. They just don't convert. And like you don't know what kind of content to post or where to start. It's okay. Again, that's the human in us. We start doubting ourselves. As you think of the day that you decided to purchase the program, who were you and why? What was going on through your mind when you started considering purchasing the program? And what you needed that day is what someone out there needs. So do content for that person. That's why a lot of times you hear someone say, your perfect customer is you. What does that even mean? Well, that's exactly what it means. You're not the only one that wants to leave that 9 to 5. You're not the only one that needs a side job. You're not the only one that's a caregiver. You're not the only single mom taking care of her kids. So whatever it is that made you decide on purchasing this product, this program, that's who you want to attract. Reason is you have the experience. So with you having that experience and living it, you're able to be you. You are able to feel it and pull that person and help that person because you have already experienced that situation, that challenge. So that's why when they say, that's what they mean when, excuse me, that's what our mentors means when she says, your perfect customer is you. It's just not explained in details. You have the experience, so you want to call someone that you could be honest with and say, listen, you were a single mom. I feel you. So was I. And this is what I went through. But then this is what I found. And this is what could do for you. And this is what you can do. So start with that. How it came to you, how the program came to you, and why you made the decision and what it's doing for you. And if you still have not made any sales, it's okay. There's a lot of people in the community that have testimonies. So you could use those testimonies and just say, oh, yes, you're a single mom, Well, so am I. And this is what I found. And look what's going on in my community. And then you could post one of the testimonies. This is where I want to get at. So if you are confused, a little confused about doing content, talk to me and we'll figure it out together. And it's okay. Again, I am figuring this out too. So I am now getting my story together. I'm still having a little bit of trouble putting my story out there. Not because I don't know, but because it's just sometimes a little difficult to do. But we're learning together. That's what this is about. So we could discuss it and we could talk about it. Struggles with hooks, headlines, or getting attention online. That's also a little difficult, but keep in mind, if you're going to talk about single mom, are you a single mom struggling, trying to take care of your own child at home? That could be your hook. That could be your headline. And that could be your topic. So hook, pain point, CTA. So this way, and just, you also want the algorithm to call that, you want to call the algorithm to put you in that direction. That's the reason why you want to make sure that your hook is also your headline. And it's the first thing that comes out of your mouth. Nobody wants to know your name. Nobody wants to know how many kids you have. Nobody wants to know, just like, oh yeah, I have to, that's okay. Just make it short and simple. And make them come back if they don't understand. It's okay. So sometimes you're not able to be consistent. I get it. I still have my 9 to 5. And sometimes it's difficult to have a steady time, especially I like to be on the calls. When there's a call, I like to be there. I can't do replays. The replay for me just don't work. If I don't catch that Zoom call when it's happening, I know that I'm not going to be able to see the replay. So I try and be there. So then that delays my 9 to 5. When I'm working from home, when I'm at work, I kind of listen here, and I listen, and I'm on the computer. So that takes me away from being a little consistent. I try to do my content on my way to work in the morning, and sometimes it works very, very well. When I get to work, sometimes I can't post it. So true story, my TikTok was frozen for at least 4 days because I had too many videos in my draft. I had 71 videos. That's 5 gigabytes. So I would try to delete nothing. So yesterday I kept playing until I was able to, last night, until I was able to delete that. And talking to Celine and Donna, that we were all trying to figure it out, and they gave me some info, and I'm like, I gotta get this done. So I was able to delete that one that was stuck in there, and now it's working again. So, but it's because I make them and I save them. So that takes me away from being consistent. What I'm doing is I'm creating a spreadsheet with the different times. You also have notes in your Microsoft program. So in there, you could find OneNote, and you're able to make your schedule. Or there's also To Do. So the To Do app gives you a reminder, and it goes into your phone and it goes into the computer. So if you're on the computer, it shows up. So you're able to do that just so it could remind you. And Michelle was saying the other day that you should time yourself every 15 minutes, and I'm going to start doing that. So I started at 3 o'clock, and I don't know how to do it any other way because I'm not going to put 20 million alarms on my phone. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 3 o'clock for it to remind me an hour or 2 hours earlier, and then snooze for 15 minutes. And then this way, okay, so done with that, done with whatever. I mean, it doesn't take me 15 minutes to do a video. I'm getting better at it, so it could be a quick video. And again, I'm just being a big baby about it because it does not take that long. You need help creating video content, shorts, reels, TikToks. If that's one of the issues you have, one of the challenges you have, I suggest if you already have videos, go in and audit your videos. That's what I have been doing. So I go into my my album of videos and I listen to one at a time. And I scroll. Now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna write notes about my videos and make sure that I need to know if I'm in the awareness, in the consideration, or in the decision stage in my videos. This way I'll need to try and read what's happening with my leads, why I'm not getting what I think I should be getting. So if you want to discuss this further, talk to me and I'm going to put a calendar on my platform on Skool. I'm not sure how to do it. Probably on the first page. I think I'm going to pin it. If you have any questions, you could just like try and go in. This way we could get together. And so we could schedule a call together, a one-on-one. We could be on for 30 minutes. If I have no one scheduled after, then, whatever needs to be done to help you out. Now, going live. One of the biggest challenges that most of us have, and it's okay. Again, we are the worst critics that we have. Sometimes we feel that my eyebrows are not showing, or I don't look good today. We always find an excuse to stay away from that camera. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because you're not hurting anyone but yourself. And if you have been on this program for more than 3 months, you know what you're promoting. You're just afraid. And afraid is a feeling that could go away. So you don't know what to say or how to say on topics. I'm sorry and excuse me. I'm talking too much. So if you don't know what to say and you're getting off topic, it's okay. Write a graph. Just write little stickies if you want to, and put them on the computer. This way you could touch every topic that you want to touch. And first topic, you go back and da-da-da-da-da-da. Second topic, you go back and you talk. And give a little story. It's okay to give a little story in between. And more so because this way you make your live a little longer and you have stuff to talk about. So if you don't know what to talk about, go to ChatGPT and Chat could create. Tell him, okay, I want to talk about the 2-hour workday. And we have gone through that on in the community. And ChatGPT could give you a script. And just go with that. And so you get used to just creating it yourself. That's my suggestion. I use Chat to create quotes for me and to just start sometimes for the school community to just do the graph. I have him help me with, that's my Fabio. I have him help me with the worksheets. He does amazing with worksheets. So a lot of the worksheets that I have, not all of them, but most of them, he has helped me on. So Not everything. I cannot do content, looking, and reading. Talking and reading, I can't. I get totally confused. So I just go with what comes up. uh, let's see. I want to host a webinar. So if one of the thoughts that you have had to host a webinar, but you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay. Maybe if you start just doing your lives and you start a challenge. So what I started doing was I started a 28-day challenge in the community. Most of you have probably, hopefully, seen it, which now I moved that over to the inner circle. And that's how I started feeling more comfortable being here and being able to talk. Because it could be a little intimidating. I don't blame you. But if you practice that way, that challenge is not just to communicate and to help others, but you're also helping yourself. You're helping yourself feeling comfortable talking to a camera. So that's what's helping me. So, and the more often that you do it, the better that you get at it. So, but it takes for you, when there's a call, don't hide yourself. Take 5 minutes, fix yourself up, blur the background if you don't want to show the background, but show up. Because that has also helped me to show up. That has helped me be present and feel comfortable in camera. So what if I didn't do my hair one day and it's all like, look, it's okay. Like, honestly, nobody cares. Nobody's looking at that. But if you care that much and you want to blur the background, go ahead. You could do a webinar the same way. You put a green screen behind you if you don't want to show the background, and just pick up your hair, and that's it. Men have it easy. Men don't have all this stuff to deal with, and it's a little difficult. I get it, but that's a big excuse that we use not to do something that we know will benefit us in our community. So in our online business, because doing a webinar could bring in a lot of people. And if you get nobody, it's okay. Do your webinar anyway and post it. Because it could be something that, one, is practice, and two, is something that later on you could use as passive income. There's a lot of things that we are learning in our community that we could get a passive income from. So let's work on that. I'm okay going live, but want to get better at converting viewers. Consistency. I think if that's one of your challenges, being consistent is one of the biggest things. We want to make sure that they start trusting us and knowing us and trusting us. And that takes a little bit of time, and it takes showing up. So you need to show up and show them that this is you. Sometimes you're going to show up in a good mood. Sometimes you're not going to be in such a good mood. Whatever it is, even if it's 15, 20 minutes, just show up for them. Keep putting your content out there. This way, your viewers get comfortable with you. And they know when they go on whether it's TikTok, Facebook, whatever platform it is, they're going to see you. Make them feel comfortable with you. That's what we want. We want them to trust us. Okay, mindset and motivation. And I'm going over these because these are things that I have heard from the community that are a little bit challenging. And I have also picked up a few from people that have talked to me in the community. So a lot of times it starts with mindset. So sad but true. And we know that. I mean, the going live, the content creation, the system setup, all that stuff, which is just physical stuff, is okay. We get it. But a lot of times it starts with the mindset. So if you really, really think about it, like, okay, well, going live, you're scared. I'm scared. I mean, I'm doing this call today, right now, but I'm afraid, not afraid. I get nervous going live, especially the first few minutes, as I do when I do these calls. The first few minutes are a little bit challenging, but then I start and then I'm good. It's just until you warm up your engine and you just keep going. So we do have to, when you feel that you're procrastinating or you're second guessing yourself, is here. Why? What are you thinking? Like, why are you not doing this? It's okay to try and figure yourself out. Because if you don't understand it, you're not going to get out of the weeds. You're going to stay stuck in there. So being motivated, but lacking structure and a plan, I got you. I get it. I write notes for everything. And I don't always go into my notes and go over it while I'm doing content or while I'm doing a video. I'm afraid to look down at my notes and mess up or lose my spot. So I start thinking about it, and then I get a little worried and nervous, and then I end up not doing it. Well, no, just let it out. Read it before you start, and then just go out there with what you have. Again, your perfect customer wants to see you show up as you are, because we attract who has our situations, who's going through what we're going through. So don't let that stop you. Not believing that you can make this work, even though you want to. I don't believe I can do this work, even though I know I want to. I have heard that. You want to with all your gut. You want to because you know that you need this, but I can't do the work. Why? Why can't you do the work? Again, you need to sit and figure out what's stopping you. What is the doubt that you have? For the most part, you're going to find that the doubt is all you. It's all you. So you need to start working on that. I need help managing my time with life, work, and business. It could get overwhelming. It could get crazy, but it's not impossible. Amy was working 2 jobs, and that was like 18 hours around the clock. I'm not sure how she did that. But when I was young, raising my kids, I was working 3 jobs. I had a full-time and I had 2 part-times. And whew, there was no way I was able to squeeze anything else. So I get it. It is hard to do a lot of things at the same time. But if you have a job, that job shouldn't last more than 8 hours. And if you're doing your 2 hours, there's lunch in between that. You could take 30 minutes from that hour and go live, or use that to connect with the community or do your content. Do a half hour in the morning. Wake up a half hour early, go for a walk and do content. I have a schedule in the spreadsheets. I go in there and see and create your schedule. Whatever time you wake up to whatever time you go to sleep. Don't forget, you need at least 7 hours of sleep. And then, of course, a lot of us have a spouse. This is the time she gets home, and then try and figure out the top. And of course, do your 9 to 5, not to mention, you're also able to use your ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, okay, I start my 9 to 5 at this time. Where in here can I put in my 2-hour workday? He could do that for you because he did it for me first. So, and he does it really nice. You could take it if you don't like it and throw it into a spreadsheet. He could put it in a spreadsheet for you. So he's good with that too. Okay, so monetization, I cannot pronounce this word, but monetization strategy. I am now getting better at saying strategy. See, I almost couldn't say it, but I'm not sure how to make money with this. But I tell you what, don't think about it. We're all here to make money, but the more that you think about it, the more overwhelmed you're going to get. You're here to help people become financially free. Like Zig Ziglar says, help others have a better life and yours will follow. 110%. So don't think about how much money you want to make. Yes, it's nice. Oh, I'm going to make 10,000 and see it and feel it. Okay, you're going to do that. But when you're going out there to do your content, think of how you're going to help that person, how you're going to help that mom that needs to feed her kids because she's by herself, how you're going to help that caregiver that just finished taking care of her parents, is freaking exhausted and needs a little bit of time for herself and needs to slow down to be able to take time for her family, for her kids, for her grandbabies. Think about that. Don't think about how much money you're going to make, because trust me, if you go with that heart, that money will come in. We all need money. And a lot of times I say, and I even told Michelle, Tony saw money on you. I just saw you as someone that just talked nice. But I'm looking at things now after I lost my dad, and I'm like, you know what? I need to start getting my time back. I've been working my whole life. If I don't do this, I'm going to be working another 10 years. And we don't all have the health for that. 67 years is a long time, especially when we start working when we're 18. That's 49, 50 years working or more. So let's not think money. Yes, think money, but think and focus on the people that you are going to help and get out of whatever challenge they're living. Not knowing what to promote or how to offer value. That goes back to my first batch, your blueprint. If you study your blueprint, you will know what you're promoting, and that will flow out of your mouth. A lot of times I get stuck with if you have 2 hours, work 2 hours automation and a community. I get stuck on that when there's so much valuable information in that blueprint. That's how you offer value. And you show them this is what they're in, this is what your blueprint has, and this is where they could go. So your hook, your pain point, your CTA. And in there, of course, you're going to show your value, which is what's in your blueprint. So wanting to create your own digital product, but don't know how. You know what? We are very, very lucky. Yes, we will get there because I want to create my own digital product. But as of right now, we're very lucky that someone else went through that headache of creating this digital product. See that as a blessing. And don't try to get more than what you have in hand. Focus on the digital product that you have already done for you. This system is all done for you. There's no need to think of anything plus. We don't even need to go and purchase anything extra. Focus on what you have and make it work and start generating income. Once you're in a role generating income, then think about extra stuff. Okay, well, now I could do this and whatever. Because if not, yes, we do get overwhelmed. And then what? So my suggestion is don't even think about creating anything. Just do your newsletters. Do your newsletters and I send out newsletters every day. And I don't have a lot of leads, but the leads that I have, they do go through my newsletters. Send out the webinar. Let them know when the webinar is on. Every Sunday, send a heartfelt newsletter to them. You don't need to send a link. Just send something, send a quote. Have chat, do a nice, beautiful family quote about nothing, but just you had a great day. Today's to relax. I hope this week coming up is full of more blessings. That's it. Just to become that person, just to become relevant, and have Chad do the subject line on that email to do the strongest and powerful hook that he can. And if you don't like it and it's a little bit, doesn't mean anything to you, have him change it. Oh, I want it more heart, make it with more heart, make it more human, make it whatever. How can I ask you? You could ask Chat to tell you how to ask him, how to create whatever it is that you want to create. So have him do a nice hook so you could put a subject on that email and send it out every Sunday. And if you can send it out every Sunday at the same time, that's even better. And you can schedule it. Schedule it to go out every Sunday. So, which I just thought of. I think I'm going to take the first Sunday of the month and create the 4 for the month. And you can schedule it. Then you don't have to do it for the month. This is for the month of July. Then August comes in, the 4 for August. This way you don't have to bother with that, and then you just do the webinar. And then if you want to do the daily quote, Tuesday quote, Wednesday, whatever it is, send it out. This is your baby. Your automation, that's your baby. That's your money machine. Okay, so let's see. Need help understanding the income streams. If you need help with the products, with the 4 digital products, comes again, reviewing the blueprint. But if you have any problems, we could review them together. It will help you and it will help me. And if we could set up a call that we could discuss it with with more people in the community. And if you want to invite someone to come into the community so we could go over it together because they're not sure, they don't know, let's do it. Let's set up. We could do it. Let's see. Community support. For the most part, we have, if there is a question, if there's something that we don't understand, we could always go into Skool and ask that question within search. Or you could look it up in search, or you could just put a comment in the community into that tab that says tech support and help. You put it under that tab and you will get an answer right away. I'm one that I go there a lot, and if I could answer a question, I answer. I do try. Sometimes I don't do it because I don't want, I don't know, there's tech support. If they take a long time answering, then I give a suggestion, and I clearly I clearly tell them that I'm not a vet at tech support, but from my experience, this is what helped me or whatever. So don't feel alone in this journey. If you need an accountability partner, I tell you, in the community, I have a worksheet that you, with questions that you could ask someone to become your accountability partner. So if you know someone that you want to ask them, oh, you want to be my accountability partner? This is a person that is going to depend on you and you're going to depend on them. And so look for that worksheet in the community. There's like 4 or 5 different questions that you could ask them and tell them, this is what I'm going to ask you, and you can ask me the same. And I tell you, do not expect what you are not willing to give. So if you feel that you don't have time for someone, then try, but you know that you really, really, really need someone to push you and hold your hand through this. Let them know. Listen, I don't have a lot of time. I really, I'm not that dependable. Sometimes we say, okay, we'll do it at 6:00, and 6:00 comes and it doesn't work out. Let them know. If you've arranged for a schedule, okay, we're going to meet every Wednesday at 6, and there's a Wednesday that you can't show up, let them know, because this way they could just move forward and do whatever. So, but look for that worksheet in the community. You can find that there. You don't know who to ask for help when you're stuck. You should have your mentor, the person that sponsored you and introduced you to this program. That person should be your to-go-to person. There's a lot of people that have come in and left, and I get it, but you don't have to feel lost. You could go into the community, put a comment, and tell them, I don't have my sponsor in the program anymore. Can someone help me with this? And you will for sure find someone. Of course, I could help you with whatever I can. I'm here. If I'm your sponsor, yes, I'm here. I actually have a module that if you are my person, I'm sure that you have access to that module. If you're not, you do have the opportunity to join that module also. And in there, I do one-on-one, and there's a couple of other things that I offer in there. I have to make that a little bit more clear in the community. This way people could know what's within that module. So let's see what else. You want to be more involved, but I'm not sure how to engage. Follow, go into the community and just answer and reply to people's comments. When there's a call, raise your hand and ask questions. I am getting better at that because I'm too shy, I want to say, to ask questions in the community, in the calls, but I'm getting better. It's been a little challenging for me because sometimes I feel I'm not going to be understood, and I hold myself back. So just don't feel weird. Just go up and, answer comments, have people know your name. Don't change your name around. Just keep your name. This way people know that this is you. A lot of times we can see names, but we don't see pictures. So we know people by names. And if you want to do a one-on-one call, we could do that, or a small group support. Let me know. I am going to do the Q&As every Wednesday, at least for the next couple of weeks. I will let you know if there's a change, but there's always the digital growth into the next level module. You are able to join that group. And I am going to start doing calls in there. I'm going to send out an email to the members that have joined with me to see when it works best for them. Again, I want to give everyone as much support as I can. And I am here to support you as you need. All I ask if I give my time to you, that you implement what we discuss. And I know it's difficult, but if you think that, I mean, I do this out of my heart, just to help. I like to help people. I like for you to succeed. I want to succeed. Helping you is helping me, but I also want you to implement what I'm training you on. Because when I do train, when I do have a meeting, when I do have a call, I prepare myself. And if I'm going to prepare myself to be there, show up and practice what we go over. So, and come in with, if we set up a one-on-one, come in with an open mind. Don't come thinking that I'm not going to get this. No. Just come in saying, yes, I'm good. This is going to help me, because it starts here. So I did start a little late. It is 7 o'clock. If there is any other question, I know one of the biggest questions that I get, that I hear members have, is the not having an audience. If you, and that this hits 99% of beginners and stuck creators. You don't need a full-blown strategy to create an audience. You just need a starting point and just permission from you to start messy and simple. Make it messy. Who cares? It's okay. If you don't start, you're not going to get anywhere. You got to start at some point. And feeling that you're not going to do okay, or that you're going to get confused, that's going to hold you back. So do it messy. Just messy and simple. And it's okay. So start showing up where your people are. Go into, if you're on TikTok, go into the creator insight something. You go into the homepage, you go into the hour glass, and you go into creator insight tool. And let me see. So you go in there, creator site insight. You go into the search, this thing right here, go into view, and then go into content gap. And you see all, whatever has over 1,000 here, start creating videos on that. And yeah, I'm actually on my affiliate. I don't know why my algorithm just threw me, I don't know where, but it's talking to me about bunnies. I have no idea what that's about. But I did have problems with my videos getting stuck. I think that has a little bit to do with it. So anyway, go into Creators Insight and see where and what you could talk about. That's what people are looking for. That's in your on TikTok. So if they wanted to know about the 2-hour workday, or they want to know about work from home, go with that and just educate your audience. You will have people come in. Just when you go in, hello, I'm here. Where are you from? My name is this. This is my first time. I'm here to, I help people with their online business, or I help people with digital products. Use the words that we use in order to bring in your perfect customer. I help caregivers, whatever it is that you that your perfect customer is, use those words. This way the algorithm can pick it up, put it out there, pushes out there to these people that are on your niche. So Another question is, why is no one buying from my funnel? And a lot of people think that their funnel is all that is crushed, that it doesn't work. And what you need to do is just make sure that your funnel is working properly. Have someone email you and go through the email campaign and through the checklist. So make sure that the traffic is working okay. And that's it. And just go and create content. Get that piece out of your mind that maybe my funnels are working. I just went through that a few weeks ago. I'm like, I'm not getting any leads. Well, no, it's me that's stuck. It's me. My leads are I'm not coming in because I'm not getting my message across. So get the funnel thing out the way, make sure that it works correctly. We have tech support on, I think it's they switched it up. I think it's either Wednesday or Thursday. Check the calendar, see what's going on in there. If you are going to go to one of the calls, make sure that you are there early and you raise your hand or you put question on the comments. So try that. Or if there's something that I can help you with, put the question in the community and I will see if I can help you. We already went over the audience also. If you, another way to grow your audience, let's see. Yeah, just go into YouTube and see and ask YouTube, where can I find, for example, if you're going after single moms or caregivers, YouTube is also another good platform to search. And it's okay. What if you fail again? Oh, well, it's okay. You were born not knowing how to walk. How many times did you bust your butt? I'm sure that if you ask your parents, you busted your butt a lot of times. You got up and ran. So don't think about it too much. Failure is in the end. Failure is not the end. It's just a redirection. It's just, okay, so it didn't work that way. I'm going to go this way. Or I'm going to go that way, but I'm going to do it different. And feel forward until you find your freedom. So, and you will find that you just have to keep working on it. Don't give up. As long as you don't give up, you're okay. You will be fine. If you give up, then that's failing. And you don't want to do that. You're invested in yourself and you can make this work. Because remember, this is not only about you. Yes, this will help you stress less. And it will help you in a lot of different areas, but it will also help your loved ones. You're doing this to leave a legacy for your loved ones, for your kids, your grandkids, the people that are around you, that care about you, that you can help financially. Not to mention, as much as people say, oh, money's not everything, it's there. It's there. And when we don't have it, we stress. And what does stress do? Stress gets us sick, physically sick. So generating income to become financially free is the answer for a lot of things. So let's make it happen. You are enough and you can make this happen. Again, if there is anything that I can help you with, I'm here. Put a comment in the community or send me a message. If you have someone that needs help, bring them into the community and let's see what happens. If you need help with either the legacy builders, DGC builders, or mastermind, if you want to join any of these communities, let me know. I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with that. I am in the 3 communities. They also have clarity of cash. I didn't join that, but I could help you with that. and connect you with Michelle if you need connection. But let me help you. Okay, you know what? Yes, sometimes it sounds like a lot of money, but why not invest in ourselves to become the best that we can? A lot of times we can't do it on our own and we need a little boost. Honestly, the builders community to me is like it pays itself because it has helped me and showed me how to run my community and it's helping me. If you want to find out more about that, let me know. I do have modules in the community that have it's on the legacy. So if you're not in the legacy DGC yet, look in there. If you're not in the community builders community, look at the module that I have in there. Ask me questions on that. I can help you get in there. And mastermind. Mastermind, we have a live event in September. I'm already all set up. My hotel, my plane, my flight is all done. September, mid-September. Let me know. I can help you get in there. And if you're looking to create a community, talk to me. I'll show you around my community. I'll bring you into the back door so you can see how I have it worked out. And I'll help you whatever I can. Okay, so this is the end. This is exactly an hour. God bless you all. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And if you have any questions, please again comment in the community. I'll be more than happy to help you. And do not leave for tomorrow what you could do today. God bless you all. Love you. And I will talk to you all soon.